Hello, everyone. Little update on my newest release. Book number 6 is an ebook. That's why I have my laptop out here. And there you see the cover. The Siouan Tribes of the Carolinas and Virginia is the name of the book. And I think folks are a little confused. You do not have to own a Amazon Kindle or Barnes & Noble Nook. I actually do own a Kindle, but this is my laptop. And as you can see, I have the book on my laptop. I also have it on my phone. If I had a tablet, I could get it on my tablet. So you do not have to buy the Kindle in order to read the book. And as you can tell, when it's on my laptop, it's very easy to read. You can increase the font size just like as if you had a Kindle and make it as big as you need to for your purposes. I get it. I wear glasses too, so my eyesight's not the greatest. But this is a very convenient way to read the book, actually. I may end up doing a paperback next year at some point, but for now it's only on ebook. And again, that title is The Siouan Tribes of the Carolinas and Virginia. And like I did with my last book, The History of the Coharie Tribe, I brought out some of the primary sources that I used for the writing of this book. All the Siouan tribes of North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. So must have is The Siouan Tribes of the East by James Mooney. Mooney lived with several southeastern woodland Indian tribes and nations, including the Cherokee. This book, which I know many of you have seen before, pretty popular book. The Croatan Indians of Sampson County, North Carolina. Of course, today they are known as the Coharie, the tribe I'm enrolled in. This is by author Vance Hawkins, and it's simply titled Catawba Saponi Melungeon, the title of the book. There's his picture on the back cover. Vance Hawkins is an enrolled member of the Catawba Indian Nation, and I believe he has relocated to Oklahoma. He lives in Oklahoma today. Here's a book, Manteo's World by Helen Roundtree. I know plenty of you have looked at a lot of her work, like Mooney, like Hamilton Macmillan. Who's another well-known author? Calloway. I've seen that name around a good bit. I even brought back some of the stuff that I researched in my previous book, which I already mentioned, History of the Coharie Tribe. And they had names. I've referenced that book before as well, and did so again in this book. One thing that is very different about this book versus the Coharie history book, the Coharie are included in this, but all the other tribes are too. And I was very careful in that I quoted the tribe's own tribal history from their various websites and credited them with such. So I didn't want to tell my version of their history. I wanted it to be their words. So this is straight from the primary source, official tribal histories. And then I add some other stuff in there in telling the story of our tribes from this part of the country. And let's face it, the tribes here in the Carolinas, Virginia, we were the first to make contact with Europeans who had permanent settlements here. So our histories have become intertwined. And I talk about that in a chapter that I've dedicated to Melungeons, just like the title of Vance Hawkins' book, Catawba Indians, Saponi Indians, and Melungeons. So that gets into a little bit of that, as well as on this book, I talk about composite tribes, which would include the Lumbee. I have quite a bit of Lumbee history in this book, which I know some folks have been asking about, while I write a book about the Lumbee tribe. As you can see, I'm sporting my Lumbee Warrior Association shirt right now. I enrolled with the Coharie tribe, but I also pay tribute to my grandfather's legacy as a Tuscarora Indian, and most of his kin today have enrolled with the Lumbee tribe. So I try to represent and appreciate, be thankful for my kin in all the tribes, not just the one I happen to enroll in. Love all you guys. Thanks for your patronage. Those of you who bought books in the past, I'm working on book number 7 right now, doing a copy edit, and it is the sequel to my book, Adam and Eve's Ashes. So I finally have the long-awaited sequel ready to go. Just doing a final copy edit process. Stay tuned to my social media accounts and YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you.